Hi everyone, and welcome back to the Most Dupes record run. Now, I just was having a look at what I meant to be doing, and the first thing I just realised was that I sent this rocket off to the wrong place. The SAT-15 is not going the right way, so let's just flip that around. Meanwhile, Leo's coming back from the marshy planetoid, which I think was vacuuming. I haven't had a look over here today, so... yeah, I see the sour gas has gotten out of here, which is why there's now quite a lot of mass. Also the steam too. Why isn't this pumping? No power. Oh yeah, because I deconstructed the transformer. That was a good idea. We almost got this going, didn't we? We're pretty close. I reckon we've got a reasonable chance if we do this right way round. So let's yeah, let's get the guys back, fill up the rocket again. We can probably just come straight back, I think, once it's refilled. I just really want to get one of them working. We'll focus on the others. Also, we've also got some new prints in the middle of a lot of messages. Who's suffocating? Leo. Well, okay, don't do that. Principals. Are we taking principals on the main planetoid or the second one? I think the second one. And who are we bringing in? Let's bring someone in. Strength, that's not bad. I mean, I feel like we've got a lot of bubbles, but let's take on another bubbles. That's 145 then. Fingers crossed we don't kill anyone. And will we make 150 this stream? Fingers crossed. I think if all goes well, we will. So let's pray for a dupes and hope we don't kill any. And I'm just thinking we probably need to wrangle one of those guys because that is... Ooh, there's a... cancel that. There's a... Wait, can the baby cuddle pips and the baby pips plant? I think they can. Please. Right, Leo's going to keep suffocating. I'm afraid. You will be fine. I'm sure you'll be fine. But you're going to keep getting the warning, I think. So we will be bombarded with lots of suffocation warnings in the meantime. Right, now, trying to remember what I was meant to be doing. So, I think we were strip mining down here, although we were still just waiting for the water to clear. There is water slowly going through here. Is there something wrong with this, or is that just the game speed? I think it's just the game speed. That is laggy. I might even be quicker on single speed there, not being funny. I mean, literally... That's double. Double speed may be quicker. Triple speed feels slower. That is slideshow. At least in... yeah. But that is just in the plumbing overlay. Feels a little bit quicker. I'm just trying to work out what's quicker. Yeah, so one thing we were definitely meant to be doing is on the main planetoid is sorting out a cooling loop for the wild planting area down here. Please stop suffocating. I think we can do some sweeping... and some more sweeping. Then, yeah, let's mop that. Let's keep it running, There's no need to slow it down. Yes, exactly. It does violate it. I mean, 1 time speed is now faster than 3 times speed. So you've got to go slow to go fast. That is the message here. Why have we got so much stuff in here? We just locked some muckroot in a volcano. Not a volcano, in a vent. So let's get this swept up. Then, yeah, do we... So the question here is, do we use the rock? Because the rock might actually be more useful in the meantime. But we've got loads of aluminium and we're going to keep getting more, so it's kind of not an issue. Where are we going to put it? So we're going to plant over here. I think if we just do something like this... I'm on single speed, aren't I? Should we try double speed? Ooh. I tell you what, it's much smoother on single speed. Maybe that's the right way to do it. Did we get any in here? I really hope we got some here. Oh, we did. Cool. No. Deconstruct that. And yeah, we'll just chuck that. What happened here? Oh dear, that's not good. What have we done with our? Okay, we've got a hole, unfortunately. In fact, we've got a lot of holes down here too. I didn't do these ones. Should we... I was wondering if we fill this out and try and fix these too. And we've got to go over here as well. So why not let's do this? Let's do this. Cool. Now let's stick a forge in. Oh, if I put the forge here, how am I going to power it? Where on earth is the power wire? It's over here. Do we pull this all the way around? What is this? 2 kilowatts already potential on that. I think we can do it. I mean, we've got so many dupes, right? They've got to do something. So let's keep them busy. So let's pop that there. We'll finish off the planting. And yeah, the problem was I didn't have some spare resources because the ones on this bottom row are going to have to be buried, unfortunately, which really sucks because I hate burying metal ore because I don't have enough of it. But we should do it. Let's put one there and then do that. Am I using mutated plants? I'm not, but no, not specifically. I think for, well, my take is for wild planting, you kind of don't want mutated plants. I mean, I suppose there's not really much downside to them, but a lot of them, well, I don't say a lot of them, obviously the ones that have extra requirements like radiation or light or stuff that's different to the normal plants is more of a pain than a benefit. I suppose the ones like, I don't know, like Lycee or, well, I suppose Lycee won't make much difference. The ones like Bountiful doesn't make any odds. I don't think in general there's a big benefit to using mutated plants, plus in that case you'd have to get a lot of them. I think that's the problem with that for this is the volume of seeds that you would need. Getting mutated seeds in that quantity is tricky. I haven't planned this out at all. I'm just kind of chucking radiant pipes. So I'm not intentionally using them. That said, I'm aware that I have planted some on the second planetoid where there's probably about 700 to 800 lettuce plants now. Some of those are mutated, but so not intentionally. I have no idea how I'm going to plumb this up. I've just kind of drawn a thing. Do we need to go all the way around here? I suppose we do. What's going on here? The base? Yeah, okay. Right, we're in the business of drawing giant pipes today, so let's do that. Let's not do that through there. Seems like a waste. Well, to be fair, this whole thing's a waste anyway, but there you go. Okay, now I kind of have to actually come up with a routing here, don't I? So, I suppose I haven't done these either, but I don't have enough metal. Yes. Okay, let's put the valve on there and let these guys go. Oh, I don't have much thermium, do I? I don't have much thermium, but Leo and Big Dig is coming back with a whole load of tungsten, so that should be fine. What was in? Hold on. What was in their rocket? And also welcome in me 48,072. So, right, let's do out my suits. Okay. Yeah, the food's getting a bit low too, isn't it? Okay, so we're good with this. I think we've got B going in the right direction. With Big Dig was on here, not the other one. Was it Bert that was on the other one? I think so. So we've got cycle and a half out till there. We'll go back to there. Just stuck the cooling loop on there. So the other thing was obviously keeping the wild planting going. As always, we do the wild planting. We got any seeds here? I was putting a load of seeds in. I think if we just empty the seeds, let's empty the seeds. That might help. Also, just double check this room isn't too big because that can be an issue. 948. I mean, it's quite big. But then they've been planting in here before, and that's the same room, so I don't think it's an issue. So that's got awesome. See, I really need them to do these two, and then we can keep going in here. In the meantime, we need to finish up the base. So the water's still going. Now the natural tiles. So let's have a look at the piping, and there's quite a lot of it. We can do this. And some down here, see there's a gas vent there that's going to need to go, so let's take that gas vent out for now. Then we need to relocate the transformer here, And also sort out the rather horrible heavy wire. This is not good. Now what's going on up here as well? I think the water's... Yeah, we keep breaking this, but... Anyway. It is working. So let's do that. No liquid output. Okay. Is that because I've missed it? Probably. Oh well. Alright, let's suppress that. And hi, Alien Katos. But yeah, that's no problem. Yeah, it's a neat one. I can't remember. I don't think I came up with that one myself. I'm pretty sure I saw it somewhere on a forum post or something. But yes, yeah, very welcome. It's definitely like by far the easiest way to make natural towers. So much easier than the dirt method, which I was using before. And I don't like using the door method because it just uses too much. Uses too much stuff. Oh, okay, right. Let's push this water out. Is this moppable? Let's not do that. Let's get that pushed out first, and we get it pumped. We've got ice here. There's a whole mess to sweep up. That's abyssalite too, so that's not going to fly. Is it? Let's dig that out, and that's also abyssalite. So that's not going to work. Use the metal door method for small farm. Yeah, exactly. It uses too much. Use too much metal for large scale farms, I think. And yeah, metal ore has definitely been an issue on this run, for sure. Right, okay, I think we finally got all the ethanol out of there, which is good. Should we just bump that too? Just get that out. Get it cleaned up. So yeah, we need to finish this off. Right, power. So let's just having a look, because this feels like there's capacity on this. So if we extend that to here, we can then just delete all of this heavy watt wire. The main spine is going up there. Let's get rid of that. We can also remove these doors too in nature reserve. Yeah, if you're doing a nature reserve, then yeah, I mean, by all means. Although to be fair, I've even using the glass for that too. But just you can do it either way. I suppose it's quicker to do it with the doors. Yeah, we're on 1 times speed, so I think this is going to run a bit slower, but hopefully it's at least a little bit smoother. Actually, I should say on that note, as I posted on the Discord, the new hardware is here, so I haven't installed it for this stream because I was a little bit nervous. It only came yesterday. Didn't have much time yesterday. And then I didn't want to pull apart my computer the day of a stream. That sounds like a recipe for no stream. So, right. So what I was doing was just sticking this through there. So yes, hopefully then by next week we will have much better frame rates, fingers crossed. We'll have to see how that goes. No. Oh, this transformer's doing nothing? Okay, well that's an easy win then, isn't it? let's get rid of that. And then what else? So this is all heavy watted here. That's down to there. I'm kind of fine with that. I think it was mainly the transformer that needed to go, didn't it? So the fact that the rest of this is here is not a problem. Yeah, so hopefully, I don't actually, let me double check my frame rate now. This is the, always spend time on the stream checking the frame rate. What are we getting? I'm getting a solid, I'm getting 20. I'm getting 20 on 1 time speed. Wow, that's a lot. 2 times speed, 7, 8. It really tanks. And from 20 down to 8. Just like that. And triple speed's the same, right? 7. Yeah, I mean, 20 is quite playable. I mean, I'd like more, but 20 is playable. There you go. Maybe we should do that. Recommend the streaming PC regardless. Yeah, let's say I have that option, but I need to buy a capture card, which is more money, and then it's more setup, and I have to run 2 PCs and. So definitely, step 1 is going to be when I get the hardware in, I will So when I get the hardware in, I can. That's in the wrong place. I can run it, and then I can run it on stream, and then check the difference basically. And if it is really, really noticeable, then yeah, we'll swap it. But if we can get away without it, I'd like to, because that's going to make my life a bit easier. But there you go. Cool. Right. Sorting this out. So, you can plant this, right? There isn't something. Yeah, there's nothing stopping them. Good. Always good to check. We may need to close in these rooms a bit. I don't know. Like I can do this now. I think that was the intent. I'll get rid of that. They're just refusing to plant. Come on, Pips. There's loads of seeds. Oh, there we go. As soon as you ask nicely, they do it for you. Okay. Cool. So getting across there, we can do that one. That one's open. Yes. So we've got to. I'm really keen on sorting out this planetoid because, so we can send all the metal ore across to the main one, and we'll be all good. Damage overheated, hypothermia. I suppose it's pretty cold down here now. This isn't going anywhere, is it? Or is it not? Oh. Right, I turned this one off. See, what I'm actually tempted to do, I think once we get this insulated properly, then we can actually release a lot of hot water and use it to cool up this quite chilly area. It's -10 down here, -6. How much does it cost? They were more expensive than I was expecting, let me put it that way. The ones I was looking at were kind of in the range of 140, 150 pounds. I thought they'd be more like 50. I mean, you can get like a cheap one for that. But I don't know. I'm not particularly well versed in capture cards, so if anyone has particular recommendations or knowledge on that, I'm more than open to listening. Okay. Yeah, so priority is tidy up this planetoid first off. Why have we got no power? Did we... Oh, whoops. Whoops. Okay, that could be a problem. Let's get that done. But in the meantime, that gives us the chance to cut that and connect that. And now, this is great. We could just get rid of all of this. Whoop. There we go. That's great. We do like getting rid of redundant stuff. Yeah, so main focus is on here. I think we've just set them a task, although I'm going to say they've already built it, but they haven't quite yet, have they? So let's do that. And then we've got to work out a routing on here that actually makes sense from a piping perspective. So which way round are we going? I mean, I suppose we can go like this. Now I'm going to have to go down here, aren't I? That. Lots of drawing of like S-bends type thing. That, now that doesn't... That was probably the wrong way to do it, wasn't it? But... yeah, yeah, okay. No, yeah, this is the wrong way to do it. Should have done it the other side, but... Maybe I could have worked that out, but also... it's fine, we found out when we got down there. So let's come out this way, and then... down here. Like that. Okay, this will make sense, I think. Then this way, this way, this way. Google brought up $30. Wow, yeah, yeah. That's pretty cheap. So it depends on the quality. All the rest of it. Can have that here, and then we'll just connect them. So we'll see. I mean, you know, I'm not against spending that to improve the quality of the stream. We'll just double check the numbers first. So let's see what they give us, and if it's worth it, we'll do it. So don't worry about it. We might as well replace that. Or no, yeah, no, it doesn't matter. we can also build this across here. Then I've got no idea what the routing is. This is now coming out as a loop. Where on earth is the cooling actually going? I haven't thought about that either, have I? I mean, I suppose we could build something over here. Was I intending to use this area? I can't remember. I think, if I remember correctly, all of the cooling fits down to here. I think. So I'm pretty sure I measured everything out and it just about squeezes in here with a little bit of creativity. So I believe that means we're okay to use a dedicated cooling area for this. Although that seems a bit... I don't know, because we're going to have so many cooling loops anyway. Okay, I don't know, but we're going to need to do it, so there's not going to be much choice. Now, how do we do this bit too? This is a question. I think, because we've got to come this way too, so it's like... This is not great, is it? This is not great. I think if we come this way, like that, just you, and then we come up, and then we come, I mean, yeah, let's go there, and then back down, and then we can like radiant pipe back. I mean, I suppose we can like go up and down. This is bit of a pain that this is 3. Bit of a pain. I wonder if this area will be fine with this heating loop. I mean, it is aluminium, so we should be all right. I think. Let's see if we can get away with it. I mean, if not, we'll rejig the piping around. But I think this is sensible. Let's go with that. Lots of them to build over here now. Cool. And I think I've got most of this swept, so... Yeah, we can just pop a little cooling thing over here. I think... we'll leave that. Right, awesome, that's going. While planting, keep an eye on this now. Also, I just see a pip over there. That's another one in, and we can do that one. Yeah, we want this last one done, don't we? That'll help us out. Keep an eye on the rockets. Right, now the orbital Calypso has returned, so that's good. Has it landed yet? Gene's in here. I think we should ground all this stuff, shouldn't we? Now let's do that. Get Leo out. So they should be filling up the food, and then we're just waiting for the oxygen to come in, really. So it's going to take a while to sort the oxygen out. In the meantime, let's minimise this, because we don't need a load of stuff. And then, say, once the orbital Calypso is all turned around and filled back up with oxygen, we can send them off to... back off to the marshy planetoid and try for probably like the 5th time to get that back up and running. Meanwhile, B and Big Dig are inbound here, so we can get some more iron. I see some more iron being made, which is good. Right. Now, there was something... I had a viewer, I think, that asked to be in the base. So, of course, I'll extend that again to anyone in Twitch chat or also on YouTube. If you want to be in the base, all you have to do is say so. There is no requirement. We have many, many dupes. So you can be in. Who was that? I think it was Pieter. I'm not going to try and say that surname. that's very long. Who wanted a dupe name Computer or Uter? I don't. Maybe the J is a Y, but I'm going to go with that. We can absolutely. And they wanted it on the planet Eugera because they don't know how breathing works. So interesting. That's definitely the right planet for people that are not so good at breathing. We had so many deaths over there. So what was it? Oh no, hold on a minute. Sorry, Eugera is the right. Sorry, I'm getting confused with Radioactive. Eugera is the space one. It's the space one. It's the marshy planetoid one. I think Bert was the other pilot for that. So let me just double check. Oh, we can empty this. And that gives us a load of tungsten, which is good. I'm pretty sure it was Bert. Send this out to that destination. I meant change crew, but there you go. We'll do that. Crew. I think it was a Bert. It was a Bert. Awesome. So we can rename Bert to that. So if I can find him. Ooh, order by that. Come on. Where are you? That one. There we are. So, computer. There we are. Courtesy of Pieter. So, welcome in. If you've got a spare pay, I think they make a great smashykins. What's a smashykins? I think you're already in Razor. You want loads of dupes now. Sorry, smashykins a thing? I've not heard of that. Are you in? I'm pretty sure you're in, right? Where are you? Don't tell me you either weren't in or I killed you or something. I don't know. Surely not. I can't see you. I can't see you. That's not good. What did you not ask to be put in? I can't remember. Remind me. Let's have a look. Okay, I don't think you're in. I don't think you're in. I'll give you we'll give you a pay. There we go. Well, you weren't in anyway, so there you go. Welcome in, Smashykins, Razor Smashykins. Right, okay. We are going for a save, as you've noticed by the fact that nothing is happening. Always catches me out, that one. I definitely in the habit of kind of bracing every cycle, but now it's doing it every 5 cycles. You mostly forget about it, and then when it does do it, you're like, why has the game stopped? And it is because of that. Awesome. Right, that is now planted. So let's get rid of that and get someone over there. And keep going across. Those are open. See how we can start going down here with planting, which is pretty cool. There's not too many left to do. I mean, there's still quite a bit, but you know, we are getting there. Let's take the ladders out there. Let's take that out there. We okay on power? We got random. Oh, we got these bits just kind of sitting there. It's probably a copy paste error. So yeah, we got a. Where's the plumbing? I mean, I think we've probably got reason enough to send some more glass down here. That seems entirely reasonable to me. There's a lot of these though. Should we? Oh god, we have to fill like all of them. Also, I haven't really thought about the bottom ones because we're gonna have to fill those. If we fill them from above, we will lose the pipe segments. We should get the metal ore back. But then that also means if we're going to do that, we're going to have to open up the bottom area, which is not good. Snow. We can get rid of ladders too. We'll just do a bit more of this to get in as much as we can out of the glass forge. Yeah, the bottom row I hadn't thought about really, had I? That doesn't make a lot of sense. So how do we attack the bottom row? Do we dig underneath it, or do we stick some vents down the top? No, we can get rid of this now. Also, we're going to need a lot of sweeping down here. And I think I've put liquefiables in my infinite storage. Where is the infinite storage here? There's a lot of stuff there. Wow. So, yeah, just waiting for this to come down. Did we sweep in here? Where on earth is this? Where? I don't know which one I was looking at. I was looking at down here. Awesome. Is this ice sweepable? I don't know. It's was this cool slush? Okay. I think we're going to close this up. I mean, we can leave that stuff in there. It's not the end of the world. At least that is done now. We got all the ethanol out. Yeah, there is a big sweeping task here, isn't there? Like a huge sweeping task. Oh boy. Yeah, okay. Let's just double check we don't manage to put any pips in it, although there is a pip here. Oh, get him out. There must have been an egg there. Let's do eggs. Let's turn eggs off. That probably makes sense, doesn't it? Let's also sweep. There's like a load of loose stuff. I suppose they dropped this on their way there and then didn't bother. And Cyberdyne, thank you for the sub. Is it 9 months? Is it every time I see the months count, I'm like, is it really that long? It just keeps getting longer. But that's funny how time works. But thank you so much. I think you and Razor are probably the longest ones, aren't you? Oh no, Razor's only 7 months. He's slacking. Good to see you, Cyberdyne. Yeah, how's it going, everyone? Actually, I haven't asked that yet, have I? I usually ask that fairly on. It's Friday evening, and actually, I've got Monday off, so I'm having a long weekend. So I'm happy about that. So, try and finish off the videos. On that topic, just for everyone watching that isn't on the Discord, I've been moaning because I've been making a video on the geotuners, which are some of the beta content, and now they've just patched it so they're not broken anymore. My whole video was about how broken they are. On one hand, it's a shame I didn't get the video out before it was fixed, because then it kind of would have made sense. But also now at least the video might stand up a bit to the test of time, I suppose, because if I put it out as it was, then it wouldn't have made sense for very long. So, yeah, double-edged sword on that one. Either way, we'll still get it out, so there's some neat stuff in there, even though my poor 3000 degree salt geyser is no longer working. I mean, you know, what's wrong with that? What do you mean it's incredibly abusable? I mean, what's the problem? Right, we better get onto Coldlin as well, hadn't we? Because unreachable dig. All right, I think we're good over here. So hopefully B should be on the case now. She has a digger with her to actually dig what she needs to. We're good. Now what I need to do is shuffle the battery down here. This was the plan. I really hope this doesn't crash the game, because this kind of thing feels like it could. Ooh. Yeah, these rocket modules, they're not too bad. They're not too bad. Yeah, exactly, Cyberdyne. So each geotuner added a fifth of the geyser's output again, and increased the temperature by a fixed amount depending on the type of geyser. Now, when they introduced it, there was literally no limit to how many you could use on them, to the point where it was at 50. I think it was 54 of them on a volcano would take you above the maximum temperature in game, which for reference is about 9,700 degrees, and crash the game, which was, you know, I can see why that was a problem. But yes, they stacked additively, so you could just have as many as you wanted, and it was fine. So yes, I think I used 140 on a saltwater geyser, saltwater vent, to make basically. It was 2,900 degree, well, steam and salt gas, to then be recovered, to recover the salt to feed into a chlorine vent on a geotuner, and you had like an infinite cycle. I will explain that in the video, so do stay tuned for that. And if you're watching the VOD on YouTube, hopefully that video is already out by the time this VOD is live. Fingers crossed. Right, another dupe. I think we'll take him over on Radioacto. But yes, it was intentionally. Well, it was definitely broken, so it needed fixing. It really needed fixing. But it's such a shame, because it was fun making and condensing gaseous salt. that was a build. And yeah, I'm gonna. Ooh, hold on a minute. We got seeds here, haven't we? Let me take. Hopefully, I've taken off waterweed seeds. But yes, that will still be in the video, so you'll get to see my my fun and games gaseous salt collecting contraption. It's quite a build, that one. I'd say quite. I was impressed myself by how I managed to get that to work, because I kind of wasn't expecting it to. I was thinking, this will be cool, but it'll probably mostly work, but not really, and people have to, you know, go and fix it if they want. But it actually works. It worked. I mean, I ran it for like 10 cycles, which to be fair isn't that long, but it did actually work. So there you go. I also boosted my confidence. I kind of know what I'm doing. And then watching this, you might think otherwise, but yeah, sometimes I get it right. But yeah, unfortunately they patched it out, so made it a bit sad. But we yeah, we'll post a video anyway, so you can see it. It's a cool video, I think. Right. Now I'm pretty sure. I just want to check these guys have the tasks. Where's the to-do list? Why? Oh, do I need to? I need to enable dupe. I need to enable manual. Silly me. Allow manual access. That's why they're standing around doing nothing. Hopefully, come on. Why have you not got any tasks? Conveyor loader. That's the one. That's the one. Okay, we'll try not to run out of oxygen over here too. That would be a good idea. Scalding. Ooh, what? How has that got to 300 degrees? what on earth is going over here? I mean, yeah, okay. I mean, it should have broken, really. Should have broken. I think we've got most of it out now, though. Let's... Oh, thank you for the follow, Just Slim1. Welcome in. Hopefully you're doing alright. Yeah, do we actually have any cots? Triage cots. Not that. More than that. Stick some of these in. I haven't counted these, but we're gonna wing with that. Let's put some triage cots in here because I think we got rid of all of them, which might have been a mistake. And yep. Let's get that done. I mean, we really want this water down to moppable. Would be good. But yes, we are. Yeah, the follower numbers are growing. So huge thank you to everyone that has followed. We're on a bit over 400 there. So on the way to 500. That'd be awesome. That's a lot of people. Not quite as many as the YouTube, but still a lot of people. So thank you very much for hanging out with me as we continue the madness. It never seems to stop, does it? We never learn. Let's have these. We can put one there. I suppose we're just going to leave the teleporters like in the middle of this farm, and just, you know, pretend like they're not there really. It looks a little bit awkward, doesn't it? I'm wondering if I should just blast these across here and do some cancelling. I don't know what's quicker. Scalding, okay. I assume that's somewhere on this planetoid again. Someone else has gone for it. Let's do that. I think we can get rid of that. Do that. What else? What's going on here? Hassan, no. How are they scalding? What? Cooking ingredients? Interesting. Maybe some food was very hot. I don't know. That sounds dodgy. Oh, let's get him healed up, boys. Keep on high health. That's a good idea. How are we doing? 0. Bees on it. Why are we on 0? This should be fine. Come on. Yes. Okay. All right. We're loading iron. And is that B-Cat or B-Catty? B-Kate? I don't know, but tell me which one it is. But thank you for bobbing in. Yes, you're also in from the YouTube. There's a common theme here, but welcome in, guys. I'd always like to ask as well if you're watching just the tutorial bites or if you've been watching the series too, because I've had a fair number of people that have come through and been like, I'm on episode 10. How's it going? And right now we're on episode 124. We are well up there. So yeah, you join me quite far on, and get all the spoilers. Can we mop this up? I think we can. Get rid of that. Might have even solidified. How are we doing on this? That looks good to me. So, and that's on 1. So let's do some glass. Some glass. And then we were also sending glass through here, which I can see is going. So that's great. So if these have got stuff in them, we can empty them. None down here. Did that get completed? It did. There's just no flow. I see. None? Ooh, weird. Guessing we got here early, I suppose. Which is fine. Da-da-da. None. Glass. Yes. I say I'm getting quite good at making wild farms now. I'm pretty confident. And we're getting close-ish to getting this done. I mean, this is, yeah, it's going to take a couple more hours for sure, but, you know, given we started all the way up here, it really doesn't like this view. We've only got a handful more to go. Maybe we don't have 800. 800 total. I don't think we have 700 yet. Probably have 600. We're being ambitious with that. Let's get that built. Priority that off. And let's rebuild this, and hopefully before it overheats we can finish pumping this massive spilly mess that we made. 6 tons in there. We got a reasonable amount of water, so that's all good. Da-da. Cool. So I'm keen to get that emptied out. I think that's the only source that we're looking at right now. Get that out. Oh, doing oxygen. Oxygen, we're good. We have the gas vents out here. Did I? Just wondering if I did another one. Yeah, so I did this one to pull off some oxygen down here too. It's not great, and we need to add in another spom, I think. We need 3 spoms, right? Yeah, for 80 tubes we need 3 spoms. So we haven't done that yet, but once we do, I mean, I have no concerns on this planetoid. It should be more or less done. I mean, the base is built. Ooh, I tell you what we were doing as well was conveyor loaders, weren't we? So how do we do this? We take a pause. Let's take a pause. Do buildings. Blueprints mod, as always, being very useful. No, okay. Well, my mouse being less than useful. Buildings. That's the one. So if we copy these, where to? Here. And we'll just go all the way down, shall we? And then that's the ticket. One there. I suppose we can't really go much further down than that for now. Then let's copy some wiring to. How's that? That. There we go. Do love this blueprints mod. I mean, it would. Oh god. Except when it does that. That's not so good. Let's cancel that. I'm going across those. Yes, except when it disappears. The cat is in cat. Gotcha. Oh, well, thank you. I'm glad you enjoy. I mean, lots of people are loving the story bites, which is great. So they do take a while to make. So I'm really glad it's worth it. Otherwise, yeah, I wouldn't be so hot. But the feedback has been so positive. I see. We've got another. Ooh, didn't mean to do that. That's the wrong button. We've got more areas that the pips can't plant for no reason. We had this bug on the right hand side, but there's no planting there. I wonder if it's not detecting it as a tile or something, but the thing is, so you can see where the green is below it. There's no green under any of them, which means I don't think it's going to plant any of these. So, Alright, well, we'll just have to skip them then, I suppose. I don't know why. I don't know why it does this, but it does, so. yeah, and also I should ask any tutorial bites in particular, because that usually gives me an idea of kind of where people are. There, see, they're available for all skill levels. Because yes, I mean, I've almost finished that series, so my intent was to try and finish them by Christmas or by the new year. That may be a push. I don't know. It depends how much time I manage to work on it over Christmas. But I think at the current rate, I'm not going to get there. So it might go into the new year. We'll have to see. And then I want to start on the Critter series too. So I'm thinking I might have to do. Well, I'm definitely going to have to do some research for that. As in a bit of Googling, checking out what people think. I'll ask the Discord too. So if you're watching and you want to input into how to do some ranching builds, if you've got any particularly good designs that you can share, that would help me out, I'm sure. So by all means, join on there. I'll stick that on there, and I always put it in the chat on Twitch. If you're watching on YouTube, it is in the description. So you're more than welcome as well to join, and the more the merrier. Yeah, I'll definitely. Oh, I misspelled Discord there, haven't I? There we go. Typing. So yeah, definitely come say hello and help me out with that. And say if I end up using people's design, and I'll credit you in the video, of course. But hopefully, yeah, need to have a look at some ranching. And hi, an animal. It's popping in for a bit. And you're watching Advisable. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Good to see you. We're busy. Okay. Let's put this out of iron. Steel. Cool. There we go. Yep. I haven't spelt Discord wrong on the Twitch description. On the YouTube description. you're all right with that one. If you're coming from there. But yeah, that's the intent. So I was kind of thinking, I don't know, I was considering maybe doing some streaming, which may or may not get uploaded to YouTube. I don't know. Where we do some kind of, basically what I'd be calling zoo experiments. I try and set up a zoo base where we just try and ranch all the different types of critters. I have done that. I've done that before. I tried doing it before. But then what I tried to do was do it for like display. So I tried to have one of each critter in like a mini zoo thing, but it wasn't like the most efficient ranching method. It was just have one of each of them. That's kind of the challenge I was going for. But yeah, what I'm going to need to do is work out the best way to ranch every single critter so I can tell everyone. Now some of them I'm quite confident with because I use them a lot already. I do wonder if we're just going to run out of materials. Do we need to send some lead across? I think we definitely do. And hi, Star Shards, welcome in. You're the third person today that said that, but thank you very much. Everyone's coming from the YouTube. But no, it's great. Great having you guys here live, and even if you're watching on the VODs. I mean, by all means, leave a comment, please. If you're watching on YouTube, read a comment. I read every single one. I don't have that many yet that I can't do that, and I'll reply. I'll reply if there's something I think I can add. So definitely drop me a message on there. Right, I was just gonna stick some not sand. What did we want? Lead metal, refined metal. But how are you doing, Starshard? You doing good? Yeah, in fact, the the YouTube has taken off quite a bit since I posted the sour gas boiler video to Reddit. It got a lot of traction, and then people seem to love the sustainability one, which is great. People like the advanced automation one, so the tutorial bites, they got a lot of traction, and then the update video did pretty well too. So yeah, everything's going from strength to strength, which is great. And so thank you guys for watching, because I just make them. And then so many of you watch them. Is it worth it to build a petroleum boiler with a thermium aqua tuner? I mean, if you've seen my absolute addiction to oil, then I would absolutely say yes. I mean, the petroleum boiler is so strong. in terms of it gives you loads of water, it gives you loads of food, and it gives you like 10 kilowatts power. Just well, I think I can't remember the net numbers. It's in the video. I think it's probably net about 7 or 8 off the top of my head. But it's so strong, and once you do that, I mean, you're sorted for food, you're sorted for oxygen, you're sorted for power. It's kind of like you're on easy street. So yeah, I just love them. I think they're so good. I wouldn't go quite as far as saying game-breakingly good, but they solve so many problems that definitely worth doing. Yeah, well, definitely if you're importing water, then yeah, because they obviously generate water, so definitely good. I mean, if you're filling up to it, then sour gas boilers. So don't copy this design. This is my bad old design. Copy the design in the tutorial bite. It's much better. But if you're filling up for a challenge, but I mean, you can always do both, assuming you've got enough oil wells. Yeah, sour gas is definitely a trip. I mean, the petroleum boiler is much easier than the sour gas boiler. Big Cat, you're saying the base game rocketry. I see. To find one on the base game. Yeah, I mean, I kind of get the feeling that most people, I don't know, most people are playing in the Space Out DLC. I'm just questioning if that's actually a true statement, or I'm just kind of going a bit quick. Is that fair? I mean, I'd say most experienced players are probably in the DLC. It's definitely a fair statement. And then therefore all of the like YouTubers and stuff are probably more DLC focused than the base game. But yeah, so when I set out to do the tutorial bite series, I wanted to cover literally everything, every major topic I could think of, and obviously I couldn't leave base game rocketry because it is significantly different to Spaced Out. I must say, yeah, the base game rocketry video has done much worse than the Spaced Out rocketry video. There's been way more viewers for the Spaced Out one than the base game one. So I think that probably gives me the info, doesn't it, that more people are playing Spaced Out. But yeah, I think there's so definitely a plan is to do some streams over Christmas outside of the normal schedule, and I want to have a go at the base game all achievement speedrun. So we'll be playing the base game, I'm sure, at some point over Christmas. I've linked the Discord if you want to know when I'm going live, because it's going to be a bit kind of as and when I've got time, possibly with not much notice. And definitely pop in the Discord, and I'll drop some pings out when I go live. So it's the best way to stay up to date with the streaming schedule. But hopefully that will land on YouTube too. So my intent is to try and record that on Twitch, and then kind of edit it down for YouTube a bit. We'll see. Fingers crossed. Get some lead back. So that is very much the intent. Oh, also we have to do this, aren't we? Oh no. Yeah, didn't think about this. Got this one. Just copy sections of this, haven't we? That. So we're having some base game content soon. So I want to try and get that down to under 200 cycles. I was aiming for under 100. No, 100? Yeah. No, not 100. You can't do all achievements under 100. What am I about? I was aiming for 150, and it just proved too difficult. Plus, also, I was playing on 10 times speed to try and keep the VOD length down. that did not help. So playing on 3 times speed, I think we'll have a better chance. Because yeah, I actually failed Carnivore on that one, which is just like, yeah, that was not my proudest moment. Should definitely be able to do Carnivore. Cool. Let's get rid of this, and then yeah, for some reason these 3 here, they're just not plantable. I'm pretty sure it's bugged. It thinks these aren't natural tiles or something. I don't know. So anyway, well, yeah, we'll just go around it. Sorry, I missed you guys chatting. So most people are on Spaced Out, you think? Yeah, slow death. Yeah, well, exactly. I mean, I think new players, if you're a new player, then I definitely recommend just go to the base game first, I think. I mean, it gives you more options, doesn't it? You play the base game first, and then you play that, you get a bit decent at it, and then you can swap over to the DLC and you get more stuff. Well, you could also start in the DLC. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. But yeah, if you do it that way, you kind of get 2 bites at it. And yeah, I've seen quite a few streamers playing the base game, particularly ones that are kind of newer to the game. So there's still value in it. And rocketry, I think rocketry is scary to a lot of people. It's definitely well, it should be more approachable in the Spaced Out DLC. In the base game, it is unapproachable and it's difficult. So I get that, particularly with the whole stuff with the rocket calculator. I find DLC easier because it gives you some smaller planetoids. Yeah, and a big. Yeah, I think the multiple planetoids makes it more difficult, I would say, because particularly on, say, the Moonlit, I think the Moonlit is probably some of the harder, it's the hardest size, let's put it that way. There are harder ways to start, but because the Moonlit's the smallest, which means getting renewable resources and even non-renewable resources like metal ores and pips and stuff like that means that you need to shuffle around planetoids a lot more, and for a beginner that's challenging. So maybe for a beginner it's better in the Space Odyssey. For an intermediate player it's better in the base game, and then for an advanced player it's probably easier in well, it's probably easier in the base game again, I'd say. Yeah, but you can play. They're both great. We love them both. So I definitely haven't been playing much of the base game since DLC came out, because I think at this point it's fair to say that it more or less just adds stuff. So you can kind of see the DLC is like the base game but with more stuff. There's not really any disadvantage, I don't think, to playing the DLC. You don't miss out on anything anymore. When it first launched, I remember, or when it was in beta, because I remember at that point playing it, there was definitely stuff missing. So you could definitely make an argument for playing the base game because it was more complete. But you haven't played the base game yet? Yeah, well, that's all right. That's all right. I mean, say, in most cases, it's the same, but with less stuff. The areas that I say areas, I think the area that it's mainly different in is space. So you have the meteor showers, which you have to deal with, and the rocketry is quite different. Apart from that, I mean, it's easier because the research is easier. So you don't have to fiddle around with radiation and going to space to do research. You just do everything on the supercomputer. It's pretty easy. Yeah, except for the space research, which is its own pain. Yeah, and plus everything's on one map, so you never have to worry about shipping stuff with rockets or interplanetary launchers. You can just pipe it around and call it a day. So it's kind of easy from that perspective. Okay, right. We're doing okay on oxygen here, on 130. That needs to go up to more before we can send this back out. It's a bit warm in there, but not too bad. On Coldlin, yeah, we're just on Coldlin to fill this up with iron, so we're just going to wait for them to do it, basically. Once they fill it up with 27 tons, there was like 70 tons here. I mean, we can do 3 trips and fill it up if we want. Just bringing iron back to make steel. So the steel numbers, we're on, oh nice, we're on 32 tons, so we have got quite a bit. And hopefully the thermium's only on 1500. What's going on there? Have we not got enough niobium? Let's have a check. Iron to steel. What's a molecular forge? Thermium. Yeah, we've got quite a bit of niobium. And we've got 25 tons of tungsten, so I think this is just a matter of time. Also, this has no power? Question mark. Did something melt? Something melt here? I don't know. Should we... Let's use aluminium. Here we go. Yeah. Right. So, yeah, so a lot of the focus was on this planetoid here. So, right, I'm not sure if I've been paying so much attention. I've been chatting with you guys. I must focus a bit more, mustn't I? Come on. So let's have that. These aren't connected, so let's do that. Did we get anything down here? I'm guessing we didn't. Oh, we did. Oh, we got quite a lot down here. Okay. So that's where it all went, obviously. Did we get any down here? No, we didn't plug that in. I think we're just coming from the top because it'd be easier. That's definitely the easiest way to do it. Did we get any down here? We didn't get any. That's disappointing. Not that. Any down here? We got none. That's that's a bummer. Clear those out. Okay, and clear those out. And we can take a load of piping out too. Good. Just trying to plant our way along here. Hopefully you're okay on conveyor rails and stuff. There's a lot of them. There's a lot of tasks for them to do over here, so yeah, we need to keep them busy. That's the wrong one. What we'll have to do here is a conveyor bridge, and then we'll continue that run. Hopefully you're okay and we haven't missed anything. There's a bit of a gap here. I see where we're using iron. Yeah, we need the lead to be coming through. Yeah, it's quite important we have these because the autosweepers put it into the infinite storage, into infinite food storage. So if they don't do that, the dupes can't do it themselves. Just find you waste a lot of resources on all the mesh tiles. Yeah, yes, definitely. And this this brick is very mesh tiled. Like there is a lot of metal ore stored in here. So that, plus we've used so much steel and thermium for this, it's a bit insane. So metal ore on this scale is definitely lacking. Let's mop that up. Did we send glass through here? I think we did, didn't we? I think we did, so let's deconstruct that. Oh, we are still sending glass, I can see. So hopefully we've got some down here. And any in here, just about. And some over here, maybe, or is that too far? Let's have a look. Oh, we did get it. Awesome. So I think that solves our farm. Our farm is now all built. The cooling loop is there. I suppose we probably better get some actual coolant flowing around here, hadn't we? What are we going to use? This is the next question. Do we use water? The problem is, if we use water, it's going to freeze on the way around. I don't want to use supercoolant because how much supercoolant have we got? I mean, ideally, I'd like to use supercoolant. I've got 12 tons. 12 tons is it's 12,000 kilograms, 10 per tile, so that's 1,200 pipe segments. How big is this? Like, smaller than that. Actually, I think we can get away with using supercoolant here. I mean, we might want to pull it back out later because it'll be a bit of a waste, but in fact, these are not overheating because they're made of thermium, but they're pretty hot. We can probably siphon some of this heat.